these are our panelists today. One of our panelists will probably be a little late, but we'll go ahead and start. Beth Broderick, star of 818, Brenda Lee Lau, director of Deadbeat, and Kayleen Waters, director, AFMIC, Laura Paglin, director of the powerful documentary Facing Forward, and Nancy Kelly, producer, director of Trust, Second Acts in Young Lives. If that's all right, I'll ask everyone to briefly introduce themselves, because all I did was state the name of the films that are here today in the this week in the festival. First of all, let's welcome everyone and congratulations for getting your films across and getting this wonderful audience. So just a round of applause, everybody.
We applaud you for being here.
Yes.
And if you could briefly introduce yourself as a filmmaker, as an artist, and share a little more information with the audience about your accomplishments, perhaps that'd be great.
Okay. I'm Beth Broderick. Most of you probably have seen me on Lost or Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I was also on a show called Hearts of Fire, Meg Who's FBI, Glory Days. Lots of movies. I'm one of the lucky ones. I've been able to go back and forth from television to film all my career, which is really a blessing. And I also have another movie that's on the festival circuit called Fly Away. So 818 is comedy, Fly Away is drama. It's an interesting life.
Brenda Lee Lau. I have a short film here called Deadbeat. It's a Chinese-American thriller. And stars Francois Chow of Lost and Kim Rhodes of The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. And we're doing quite well on the festival circuit. We do have a feature and a series that goes along with this project. And my day job, I'm a staff writer-producer at ABC in entertainment marketing, working on Desperate Housewives, Lost, this season, No Ordinary Family, most of our dramas. And it's a fun job, but also a 60-hour-a-week job. So this has been a passion project of mine that I'm really glad finally finished.
That was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Joke, this is I don't want to mispronounce your last name. I
Oh,
apologize.
that's okay. There's not that many jokes around, so you can just call me Joke.
Would you be able to briefly introduce yourself to the audience?
Sure, absolutely. My name is Joke Finsioen. We have a documentary here. My husband and I are a filmmaking team. Dying to Letterman, our last screening just let out. That's why I'm late. And it's been a passion project for the last 6 years. It's a documentary following our friend Steve Maison, who's a stand-up comic. Lifelong dream, been trying to get on the David Letterman show to perform stand-up comedy. He was diagnosed with incurable liver cancer, given a worst-case scenario of 5 years to live, and that was 6 years ago. So we've been following him on that journey ever since, and have had great reception here at Cleveland. Loving Cleveland right now, and so that's that. And I guess my day job is I'm a producer, a television producer. We do a lot of reality shows, documentary television. Started on Beauty and the Geek and Scream Queens on VH1, and actually our new one that I'm starting to shoot tomorrow, because I'm going to the airport right after this, is a show for IFC. It's their first docu-series called Commercial Kings, and it follows YouTube sensations Rhett and Link, who make viral videos, and we're going to take them around the country to help local businesses make a local commercial. So
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hi, my name is Kayleen Waters, and I am a local filmmaker, and I'm also part of the seasonal staff at the Cleveland International Film Festival. And at the festival, I work in the marketing team, college and university, so I've actually visited CSU, and I also write the Lights, Camera, Action Steps program. So if you've been to the festival, if anyone has handed you a very fluorescent-looking flyer, I wrote those. My film is FMIC. It played on Friday night. It premiered. My first screening in the 10% Shorts, and it's my first film. It's a short film, follows a lesbian couple's journey for intimacy, and one of them is a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. In addition to that, I kind of combine my love of media and education and nonprofits, and I coordinated and launched Scenarios USA here for Cleveland, people familiar with that project. This film, Man-Child, which premiered on Showtime, and it's basically pairing high school students with Hollywood directors and then having them have that experience of going through production and post-production. And also working right now with IdeaStream, doing media education for high school students and media literacy, and they're wonderful. They take their flip cams and they go out and tell stories in the community, local, and that are important to them.
I'm Laura Paglin, and the film I have in the festival is called Facing Forward. It's my first actual feature-length documentary, and it follows a urban middle schooler in a very tough, or in a very strict new urban school where they have 10-hour days, and they have to wear jackets and ties, and it's very, very strict. So he's kind of an edgy kid. Follow him for 2 years. And then before this, I made a narrative feature called Night Owls at Coventry that had a kind of limited theatrical here and in Toronto. And then I've made some short documentaries as well. One called No Umbrella that was at Sundance and at this festival as well. It was on HBO. So, and then when I'm not making billions of dollars as an independent filmmaker, I do try to do marketing gigs, and actually could use a few more of them. But fortunately, since I live in Cleveland, I don't have to work as hard as.
And I'm Nancy Kelly, and I directed Trust, Second Acts and Young Lives, a feature-length documentary that played on Friday and Saturday night at the festival. And I also directed an independent narrative feature called 1,000 Pieces of Gold, which Beth was in. And really, we haven't seen each other in like 20-some years.
Yeah.
I'm delighted to see her. And 1,000 Pieces of Gold is actually, it showed in, opened theatrically, I think the 20 or 25 markets in the United States, and showed all over the world. But it's now available on iTunes, just as of about a month ago. So do me a favor and go on, on iTunes how you can just go on, you can search, if you put in 1,000 Pieces of Gold, then it'll come up, and I don't know, it's like $2.99 or $1.99 or something, you can watch it. Or for $5.99 you can buy it or something. But do me a favor, if you do go on and if you watch it, review it, because that actually helps kind of keep it alive on iTunes. I'm learning. I also directed some shorts, Cowgirls, which played in the Cleveland International Film Festival in 1986, and the first two of this trilogy about the transformative power of art. The Trust is the last of Downside Up and Smitten, which were both documentaries, and were also in the Cleveland International Film Festival in this century.
Thank you so much, everyone.